Alright, Pistons fans, well, in today's video, we are going to be talking about another Baylor prospect, Jared Butler. And Baylor, a team that I've talked about a fair amount on this channel. You know, they went to the national championship game. They have Davion Mitchell, another player who I did a draft video on pretty recently. You know, he's projected top 10 in the draft. And now, according to reports, the Pistons are interested in Jared Butler, another point guard. So let's get into this. This is not going to be a breakdown video. I'm not going to go too deep into detail on him. I'm just going to give you guys a general sense of what type of player this guy is. And then I'm going to give you my feelings about how I feel about the Pistons possibly getting someone like him in the draft. And then overall, just have my conclusion. So Jared Butler is a 6'3" point guard, 20 years old, out of Baylor. He's 195 pounds. I'll quickly give you guys the stats. He averaged 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 41% from the three-point line, and he's projected to be around the 30th pick in the draft. So again, not going to go too deep into detail, but Jared as a player, a very, very good shooter. Again, shooting 40% from the three-point line. Very good shooting ability, like his form. Quick enough to get it off at the NBA level. He's someone who I would consider a pretty above average defender. Playing at Baylor with Davion Mitchell, you have to be good on defense if you're going to play with a guy like that. And Jared Butler is someone who I also feel like is a very above average defender. So he has that going for him. Solid handle as well. Just overall, I just feel like he's a pretty above average offensive player. And then there are some negative things about him. I feel like there is some issues there in terms of basketball IQ. There are a lot of dumb plays that he makes. He's going to have a lot of rookie mistakes once he goes to the NBA, a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad passes. Just overall, he will make rookie mistakes. His IQ, some of the plays that he tries to make, some of the windows that he tries to fit passes in, just not really a big fan of. Sometimes he can over dribble a little bit and get the ball stripped from him. Just overall IQ and things like that, keeping the ball and, you know, keeping turnovers down. I feel like he needs to work on that at the next level. He's a decent athlete. I feel like that can get better. His finishing, he's somewhere around above average, but I do still feel like he can work on his finishing as well. So overall, someone like Jared Butler, he's a nice, solid player, but he is a little bit of a project. He's not someone who I feel like will immediately have huge impact in the NBA. And yes, he will come in, he'll score some three-pointers, he'll play some solid defense, but he's not really someone who I feel like can be a starter yet. He's not really someone who I feel like can be a backup to the starter yet. I feel like right now he's a third-string point guard who's going to take a few years to go. But with him being 20 years old, with a really great three-point shot, and again, all the things that I mentioned before, there are some things that he needs to work on. But overall, I feel like Jared Butler is a pretty solid prospect. But for the Detroit Pistons, with the amount of guards that we have on this roster, I feel like I have to say this every video. We have so many guards on this roster. We have Killian Hayes. We have Saben Lee. We have Frank Jackson. We have DSJ. We have Corey Joseph. And then we're going to have Cade Cunningham, who wants to play the point guard position. So we have in total, we're going to have 6 point guards we need to make a decision on. So if we add someone like him, that'll be 7. You know, if they add Bones Highland, as I did a video on him recently, that'll be another 7th guy. You know, we have just so many point guards on this roster. We cannot keep them all. And adding someone like him, he's a very solid player. But again, the only thing that I'm thinking about is maybe they're ready to get rid of DSJ. They're not going to re-sign Frank Jackson. They're going to go after Diallo. They're going to let Corey Joseph go. That's the only way how I'm thinking this point guard things work. If they're looking at Bones Highland, if they're looking at Jared Butler, the only way how I see this working is if they believe they're going to put all their chips into Diallo, sign him, make sure you got him locked up in the contract, and then you're going to let Corey Joseph go, and then you're going to move off of DSJ, and then Frank Jackson. I don't know what their plan will be with Frank Jackson then, but it just seems like to me, if they're going to continue to target and be interested in point guards like this, my assumption is that they're probably going to let some of the guards on the roster go so that we can fit someone like a Jared Butler on this squad. So Pistons fans, let me know how you guys feel about the Pistons again targeting another point guard, being interested in another point guard. Just all in all, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 2K, and I'm out.